Hello everyone, welcome to CSC Fan TV. Here are our top 3 hopes for the January transfer window. Okay, so point 1, Rory, we obviously need a new striker.
Yeah, I agree. I think that should be our top priority. I think that we started this season with one striker who our manager loves, another one who I think is very good, but our manager doesn't seem to love, and it's obviously not enough. We're competing on 4 fronts. It's impossible to compete and play that amount of games with 1.5 strikers at the club. It's not okay. It needs rectifying immediately. Even more so, I'm pretty sure, not 100% sure of course, but I'm pretty sure that Michy Batshuayi will leave Chelsea in this window. I feel like he's going to leave on loan, I think.
Yeah.
But I feel like he could easily go, be reunited with Michael Emenalo, who's a big fan of his. That would make sense to me. And if we lose Batshuayi, we really do need to sign a top quality striker. I'd be up for recalling Tammy Abraham as well. But I think we need to spend big money, and the likes of Icardi are often mentioned, the likes of
Belotti.
Yeah, of course. Belotti is another really good shout. We really do need to focus and get ourselves active in the transfer market, because this season could potentially be incredible for us.
Yeah,
we're in a semi-final of a League Cup. We're still in the FA Cup. We're playing in the Champions League, and if we knock out Barcelona, anything is possible. So let's do our best, let's really go out and spend as much money as we can, find a player who isn't cup-tied, and see how this season takes us.
Yeah, well, it just depends if the board are going to do that, doesn't it? Because I think if this was a summer transfer window, I wouldn't have quite a lot of worries at the moment of who, going out and trying to find, a world-class striker, somebody decent. In the January transfer window, do we really, are the board, I mean, we need one, of course, but are the board actually going to fork out the money and spend big on somebody they haven't really thought through? You're thinking in a bit more of a panic situation, aren't you? And is this player going to be long-term? That's my only concern, but I obviously hope that they decide to break the bank, yeah.
Point 2 is an interesting one. It's not about a player coming in. It's about our current players, our current best players, signing new deals. I think Thibaut Courtois and Eden Hazard, if we can tie them to this club for the long haul during this window, it will be a really good transfer window. I think that by the end of January, if we read the headline that Thibaut Courtois has pledged his future to Chelsea, if Eden Hazard has done the same thing, we can look back on this window as being one of success.
Yeah, I mean, for me, especially Hazard, I know you love Courtois, so do I, but for me, Hazard, if he leaves, I would be proper devastated. I think he's one of those players that has the potential to be, well, he already is a Chelsea legend, but even more so like the likes of JT and Frank and things like that.
If he leaves now, of course he'll go down in history as being one of our greatest players, of course he will, but if he leaves now, it will leave a bit of a sour taste, because his best years are still ahead of him. He's so young. And if he were to go and play for Real Madrid now and end up winning however many European Cups with them, it will leave us thinking what might have been.
Yeah.
And when you have a player like that in your ranks, you just have to do everything to tie them to the club. He's a mesmerising football player, unplayable on his day, pretty good off his day. We just got to do everything to keep him at the club. And in Thibaut Courtois, it's a player that's been in and around Chelsea for such a long time. We don't
need him. We don't go through a lot of keepers, do we? I don't know if many clubs do, but we tend to stick with. The only one I can actually remember, well, in my time, has been Czech, and then we moved over to Courtois, and I think Czech didn't even extend, didn't he? So
Czech took over from Kudicini, and Kudicini was a brilliant keeper at the time.
Yeah, but I mean, at the moment, there's nobody else that I think can fill the void if he did leave.
Oh, it'd be a disaster.
Yeah, exactly. So we can't have him. We can't have either of them leaving, especially not now. I think 4 or 5 years down the line, we'll revisit.
Yeah, they can't leave.
Rory.
Okay, point 3.
Point 3.
Sophie's angry because I may have ridiculed her accent in the previous point. But point
may
3...
have. No, he did. You've seen the smile.
I just don't, it'd be a real shame. They can't leave. They can.
Moving on. Point 3. I've got to leave. Come on.
Point 3. One of my biggest hopes for this transfer window is that our board back Antonio Conte. Antonio Conte is a wonderful man, a brilliant manager. And after the Arsenal game, he had a pop at the board, or a barbed word about the board, and he deserves more. I think that the board just need to back Antonio Conte to the hilt, let him feel loved, let him know that he has their unilateral partisan support, and who knows what could happen after that. But he said that he doesn't get the support that he needs.
That's a long running problem with every manager that we've ever had.
It needs rectifying now, and if that happens this window, if those 3 things happen, it will be perfect.
Yeah, I would love that. And I think actually if Conte gets even if he gets like 60% of the players that he wants, I think he'll be a happy man. I think he can turn those players into players that will win the Premier League next season. So, please, what are you laughing at?
Cut.
So there you have it. Thanks for watching this video. Let us know your points in the comments below. Who do you want us to sign in January? And we will see you all super soon. If you like this video, click the subscribe button. Go on, you blues. What was wrong with that?